Triple. Quad combo. Triple combo. Solid. Triple. Extreme combo. Extreme combo! Extreme combo! Fight on!
What's up, Doodly?
Fight! Lock out!
Chillin', homie, chillin'. What's up, dude? Like, you didn't play the beta or whatever for Gears?
Yo, yo. Awesome victory.
I'm surprised that I haven't heard too much buzz about it. I didn't even get a code. But I've had that game since launch too. In-game BRB. Okay. For sure. Welcome, everybody. Hope your evenings are doing good on this warm and humid Saturday evening for me. I don't know how long it takes Seahart to go to the store, but he did say he wanted to play some games. I know I had originally asked Veneno if he wanted to play some games. He said he'd be available most of the weekend. Not quite sure exactly what he's doing or if he's even around, but yeah. Just playing some ranked in the meantime. Breaking in a new controller, which it takes more than one night to break in, so. We'll see, like, how long it takes to break this in. was your question?
Yo, yo.
No. It wasn't about skins. It was about I thought you were playing the.
Victory.
I thought you would have been playing the Gears beta. No instinct pop. Tried 4 times right there. Didn't you own a UE already? If you own UE already, supposedly you were supposed to get a code for it. I didn't have to pre-order anything. Not to mention, I let my Game Pass expire like 3 months ago because I wasn't using it. And oh god. I didn't get the code. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Apparently people that had the original release of that, up until I think like the 5th of May or whatever, you could have bought it and you would have gotten the beta for free. And if you're on Game Pass, you could have gotten it for free. But I never got a message with like a code or anything. I got a code on the 11th to get the reloader. Doesn't say anything about a beta. Yeah, it's running right now. There's actually people streaming it. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I get it that they upres the graphics and stuff, but maybe it's because it's a YouTube video, but it doesn't look. It looks like they touched it up. That's about it. And most of the work apparently that they did as far as like the multiplayer that's them selling the game for however much. I think it's 40 or 50 bucks. One of the two. Most of that's gonna go, to be honest with you, into the servers of the game. It does not look that different. A little underwhelming. I played a little bit of it after getting Game Pass, and I must say I I remember that shotgun being inconsistent. Let's just put it out there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Shots where, like, in newer games, for example, like, you kind of aim your gun towards, you don't even, like, hard aim at the bodies of, like, somebody getting ready to get executed. God damn, do the shots miss. And I'm pretty sure you also remember, like, the center screen shooting. I think it is center screen shots. But I don't know. Still feels really janky. It feels tanky as it ever has, but you know that in due time you get used to the tankiness of it. The thing that I could not get used to was the shots. Maybe it's just like my muscle memory isn't there from not playing that game for so long. But when it works, it works. When it doesn't, it still feels like at times there's that side effect of like host advantage. And I'm not quite certain on if that's like who's closer to the servers or what that is. But it still feels... It looks like a slightly touched up game. Not from the 360 era, from the Xbox One era. It's a 17 or 18-year-old game, something like that.
Fight on.
I think, in the middle of, I was in somewhere in high school when that game originally came out.
Ready. Fight.
No, not necessarily in the downgrade. It's definitely an upgrade in like some weird spots. It looks slightly better. But the gameplay, I mean, if they were to mess with the gameplay, you would feel it right away. The thing is that the servers do feel better, but it still has what you know as that Gears jank. You know what I'm talking about. You're downloading it right now, yeah. So you're saying it's a no. Do you think it feels different because you actually played the God of all modern Gears? You know, I'd put myself in those shoes too. I will say that the mobility, I miss the mobility. Not the like ADHD wall bouncing, because the wall bouncing on Gears 1 is like, it's thoughtful. You have to actually think about it, right? Gears... Gears mobility should be somewhat tanky, right? I don't like Gears 2 tanky. I want to be clear. But that being said, Gears 1 tankiness felt good after a while. What I'm saying is the shotgun, I don't know why, it feels less consistent than I remember it. Like, shots that I'm used to, I think even in Gears 3, like, remember, like, shooting people on the ground? Like, even, you know, within the range for, like, execution, right? Where you shoot and somehow, like, they're eating the shots while they're on the ground, not even moving. I've had that issue. I've had that issue several times. I only played it for maybe about, like, an hour and a half, but all the games that I went into, that you would think that they would somehow rectify the consistency of the shotgun, but maybe it's just too powerful. I will say you want to turn off camera shake in the game options, because it feels like it makes everything like wait. Not only does it shake while you're running, does it not shake while you're running? When you're shooting your guns, it doesn't shake. Yeah, the good old bitch button. That two-piece. I remember those days. I don't know if that was the appeal, though. I don't think... I want to be, like... I'm gonna say that that was not the appeal to me. I know that it allowed for more, like... We talk about footsies and fighting games. Gears literally, because it's close range, you know, one shot could mean all the difference. It has that sort of like footsie based sort of combat to it. Gears does have some sort of, especially with the execution of like moving like, you know, around, wall bouncing, all that stuff. I would say that it has a lot of stuff in common with fighting games, for sure. When you really break it down to what you're doing with your hands, outside of, I guess, shooting your gun. You know, the main thing that throws your grenades, everything. You could argue that it's a two-button fighting game with a heap load of mobility. See, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the shimmies and the footsies. That game literally has footsies in it. It's unlike Halo, it's unlike Modern Warfare, or sorry, Call of Duty. It's unlike even Counter-Strike, which you could argue that any shooting game has its own quote-unquote footsies. But I think just the nature of how Gears evolved as a competitive game and online, it turned into that. Best time you ever had playing video games? I would say Halo 2. Halo 2 and Gears era was my jam. Yeah, I mean, the wall bouncing is part of it, right? But it wasn't what it turned into. Like, I was, to be told, vividly, I was one of the pioneers of that bullshit. And I know that other people followed suit. I know for a fact because everybody was asking me, how do you do that? Why are you doing this? You know, that sort of thing. Like, I love Halo 2. Glitches and all. That multiplayer is crazy. Wall bounce to me was like the ha. Jump and gun style. Yeah. It wasn't as prevalent and easy, I think, that it turned into. It took timing and skill to pull it off. That's what I'm saying. And like, you know what? There's some merit to like the newer games, for example. I will say that the newer games force you to do that quicker because it's so there's barely any cooldown on as far as being able to do that, right? I remember doing it just by mashing as fast as I possibly could from Gears 3 or sorry Gears 4 and up. Gears 3, you know what, you could do it too, but you still had to be, because of the way the guns were balanced in that game, you still had to be, it wasn't as trivial, you still had to be somewhat judicious with exactly where you were placing those wall bounces. Now, I want to say that in Gears 4 and 5, it sucks, and I hate to admit this, but in Gears 4, I brought upon the bot-like gameplay, slowing everything down, letting them get ahead of themselves, blasting them in one shot, just carefully. Blind fire. Maybe sometimes even, you know, ADSing, but from the smacking with the pistol, being able to, because people would just swing their gun wildly, right? There was a point in time. And that's kind of how I had fun through 4, and then through some of 5. Just literally doing that dumb shit, and now it's everywhere. Everywhere. There's people that have mixed in their you know, left, right, whatever, with the bot. They just stop and then just walk up to you. And then I took it to where I'm not gonna do all of that. I'm just gonna walk around and just kind of like walk around in a weird pattern, not even a pattern, and just instantly just latch onto a wall, bounce to a wall one time, and I'm telling you, from shooting on the way to the wall to landing on the wall right beside them and just one-shotting them, the evolution has definitely changed. But I don't really like that playstyle. That was just me having fun. I like the Gears 1 through 3, and effectively speaking, just 1 and 3, because 2's multiplayer was too slow. The animations were kind of off. And the shotgun, dude. At least in Gears 1, there was something about the way that in Gears 1 where like they tank the shots or like they eat shit, where it registered immediately and there was like a way, I don't know, it felt different. I don't want to say like exactly what it made me felt, but Gears 2 shotty, you couldn't tell. There was like no way to tell how hurt somebody was. I think that's part of what it was. That you could tell even less about how hurt somebody was when you're shooting at them. There's nothing communicating, right? Because there's no life bars. Typically, in Gears 1 and 2, well, sorry, in Gears 1, it still wasn't evident, but the movement was restricted enough to where you could, you know, sort of dictate where you're shooting people and how hurt they are. In Gears 2, you couldn't tell for shit. Sometimes they wouldn't even yell out, "Oh fuck, I'm shot or I'm hit." Mexican servers. You know what? They apparently just put those online for Latin America. I don't know. Are you saying that because of the inconsistency? Like, do you feel it? The Lancer works really good when you don't have camera shake on. I mean, I don't have any problem with them playing. Just their connections are terrible.
Supreme victory.
I have no issue with our neighbors to the south enjoying games, but more often than not, they're... You know what? Maybe, I gotta admit, with like some of the Hispanic players that I do run into, whether it's Mexico or anywhere below that, their connections have gotten better. 2006 was a long time ago, or whenever the hell that game came out. And we had better internet than they did, more than likely. But I want to say that within the last time that, even the last time when we played UE, I'm pretty sure that the connections are substantially better. There's no doubt in my mind that that's the case now. Especially, I mean, you have like modern day netcode, like on KI, that makes it run beautifully, even if the connection is poor. Well, relatively speaking, because this game is also, you know, it's got its years on it. It's a mature boy now.
Fight on. Ready. Fight. Brutal combo. Solid combo. Counterbreaker.
Let me know how you think the shotgun feels. I'm very interested to hear I'm extremely interested to hear what you have to say. Come on, dude, Lee. I can't wait till that match is over. You tell me what you feel. It. It's not because I don't even think it's because they changed the game that much. I think it's the servers, and it's running at 120 FPS. So you got to think the original I think only ran at 30, and then UE made it 60, and now we have double that. So it feels somewhat smoother, but there's just something weird about it, you know? The shotgun is just iffy.
Fight on. Ready. Fight. Brutal. Hyper. Extreme combo. Ready. Fight. Combo breaker. Winner.
I'm afraid your path ends here.
Supreme victory. Ready. Fight. Triple combo. Lockdown. Monster combo. Triple combo. Ready. Fight. Ready. Fight. Hyper. Triple. Shadow counter. Lockdown. Insane combo. Lockdown. Recent winner.
I'm afraid your path ends here.
Be guessing his brain. You know what? Some of them are definitely guesses. It's been brought to my attention that he actually sucks a lot. I'm not here to start any shit, but the community says that apparently they're too like flowcharty and stuff. They do a lot of dumb stuff, and it's partially you allowing them to. But judging by the fact that my ass Jago right now was able to do that much to him, I think sort of I'm starting to see some of the cracks, and that will inform the matchup with Thunder. Thing is, I don't see them enough, and I don't wish to, because they make the game really boring. Really, really boring. If it's one thing they suck at, is making the game feel interesting to play. He was mashing light, that's crazy. Nice. Tell me about it, bro. See what I'm telling you? That's what I'm telling you. It's not, and I think, to be honest with you, clearly, it's not just you, bro. Like, part of it is, but it's not just you. I think it's everybody. No instinct pop. 3 times in between there. Oh, I thought it was dead. Fuck me. Scully, what's up, dude? Welcome, welcome. Hope your stream was good. Oh, you streaming? Lights. Nice. sucks. Yeah. It's trash. I didn't see any PlayStation icons. They're there. You lost connection? No. I've never finished that game. But that is terrible. I'm sorry to hear.
Victory.
Is it actually a good game? I think I may have played like somewhere toward the middle of the game at one point. Like a few years after it came out. My buddy was playing it. Banjo-Kazooie in my childhood. It definitely wasn't mine, but I could see that. Gives away your age? Oh. You're also a much distinguished person at this point. And you can treat yourself as such. And outside of protecting your identity for obvious reasons, I would say it's fine. Don't let people bring you down because you're older. Everybody gets there. You were 9 when it came out? 9? That came out in what year? It was like 90... like 96. 98. Yes, 98. Yep, there you go. He just confirmed it. Yeah. I think 9. So yeah. I mean, everybody that plays this game, to be honest with you, is kind of around the same age group. I mean, really, when you think about it, who's the youngest that you know within the community? 27-year-olds old? Yeah, it's definitely got its time for sure. Is it You know what? I've tried going back to play some of my childhood games, like Siphon Filter, stuff like that, which I was entirely way too young to really understand what the hell I was doing, right? There was a point in time where, like, even something like Pokemon, I was like, I'm not trying to read, dude. I'm trying to do something. That's all I could think about in my small brain. Is it like one of those things where, like, you remember it being a specific way and it was great, and now you go back to it and you're like, yeah. Some of the humor didn't age well. Some of the, like, Conquers. Some of the stuff doesn't play exactly how you remember it. It's on the Switch Online Plus, also on Rare Replay. Legacy of Kain Sword Brigade remake that just came out is just something I can't play now. Dudely. That must have been a game that you probably look back on very fondly. You're just like, this game is the fucking bomb. It is the shit. It is? I play it now with the remake, and I see. Very nice. quality live edition like map and the quest log makes it feel super outdated. And so, yeah. Dude, Symphony of the Night though, like, hey, we're talking about shit like Castlevania. Like Castlevania, I think they live and die by the kind of game that they are. Like, truth be told.
Monster combo!
Nice. Oh, I don't want to play. Let me see. I like conversating about old games. Tried it recently, and holy crap, some of it didn't age well at all. But the story is still a big drama, right? But I don't want to play it just to get the story because of the slog. Yeah, I would say, you know what? There's only one gaming franchise that me, myself, personally, I love. Some of you guys may have played it. Some of you guys may have not been able to play it due to age restrictions, that sort of thing. Metal Gear Solid games. Okay? That was a game that it didn't matter, even up to this point in my life, where I can, honest to goodness, tell you that unless I've seen the cutscene 3 times, because for whatever reason I end up dying, I never skip the cutscenes. The cutscenes are just too good, especially for their time. I think that those games, specifically because of the era that they came out in and the limitations that they had with the consoles, it brought upon that sort of, okay, well, we're going to use these limitations to our advantage and such. And you can sort of tell, especially with like the limited control scheme and the ingenuity of using, for example, a pack of cigarettes to see, you know, lasers. Of course, it's limited within the game, but just little things like that you don't see too much like that anymore nowadays. Remake of the Soul again. Yeah, I saw it. PS1, PS2 collection. Yeah, the Metal Gear. What's up, yeah? Have yet to play anything, I just bought the games because why not? I never really got into that series. I played the first one, but after that I can't remember what I was into. Doodly. Let me tell you something. If I have time and you decide to play through those games, I will sit there and I will watch. My lady will tell you. It was kind of hard for her to get into it at first when she saw me playing the original one. I played through... I'm on Rising Revengeance right now, which is the second to last quote-unquote main canon Metal Gear games that came out. She started getting into the story and started seeing the depth that those characters have. As poor as the graphics look compared to today's standards, there's still storytelling there. Some of the characters look amazingly good. In fact, you could argue that classic quote-unquote art style, because of the limitations, suits those characters so much more. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm telling you is the story. You could argue that that first one at least was more like a graphic novel, but it was one of the games that still was carried by the simple fact of, man, I just overcame this boss fight, right? My reward? Cutscene. 10-minute cutscene. 7-minute cutscene, whatever. like amazing freaking games. Metroid. Metroid's cool. I played the GBA ones. I never really finished Super Metroid on SNES. It's technically not. Well, sorry. It is not a Metal Gear Solid game. Interesting. I like Revenge of though for what it is. It's still a fun game, but I will say that I'm not into... into the hack and slash as much. A lot of lights. Yeah, a lot of lights. SBM always being sneaky with these fucking lights, I'll tell you what. That was Platinum Games. Yeah, it was Platinum Games. The same guys that do Bayonetta, Vanquish. By the way, Vanquish is like a mix of like Devil May Cry with Bayonetta with Metal Gear. That game reminds me so much of like Gears of War and Metal Gear. Vanquish is a sick ass game. It's lagging in this bitch. It smells like fucking cheese. Gas braking. You? Gas braking? No way you just did that. That's crazy. Don't be scared. The boring gameplay, right? SVM, you're such a pain in the ass to play. You're such a pain in the ass to play. was just mashing to get out of that. Not gonna lie, so playing match overload, it feels like playing the Ultimate Edition online. Once I was able to get a match in it, which makes sense, because why would they do a rehaul of it when they already made a rehaul just recently? So it just feels like they repackaged it for the PS5, which I'm not completely against, because maybe it brings new people in to revitalize it. Yeah, I mean, imagine if PS5 gets it, and they don't even get to play with us, right? That was a checkmate situation, Skola. You are correct. Outside of forward dash, back dash, yeah. Indeed. Yeah, it's one of those things where, can you blame them for reselling the game? I mean, technically speaking, if you have Game Pass, you get it for free. But also, dude, you didn't have to buy it again. Microsoft was doing right by its player base that does enjoy those games, and in fact, I would probably get a refund if you had UE prior to, I think, May 5th, because if you already owned the game prior to that, you get the upgrade for free, no charge. So I didn't buy it. I had to spend $1 for Game Pass on PC to be able to download the beta. Scolio, let me just tell you something. You had to be there. It was the second coming of like a Halo game, I guess. It wasn't quite as big as Halo, but Gears did manage to dethrone Halo 2 and I believe Halo 3 at one point again from being the top played game. You literally, you had to be there. The hype for the game was ridiculous, but you've probably played other games that do the things that that game does much better and then some. A lot of lights, okay. Well, there you go. That makes perfect sense. That sucks. That sucks even more. Dudley, you're talking my language. 19 rounds, 1 minute or 2 minute rounds on Raven Down it was just nothing like it. Nothing like it. Bro. So, I played World of Warcraft, no, it's like to spend hours with the same group. I did that too. Are you guys using Ventrilo? What were you using? This gameplay is very uninteresting. I know, folks. know what, Dude Lee? I have to admit, it's not a shooter, but that game still was very synonymous with being with the same group of people for far longer than just 19 rounds. Just stash it. That's crazy. Letting it rip. I tried to remaster the original for maybe 4 or 5 hours. I was just not. Yeah, I mean, you know what the other thing is too, Scolio? Let me be real honest with you. You said you tried it for about 4 or 5 hours. If you played the campaign, you'll know what I'm talking about. Hell, even the multiplayer. That game lacks color through and through. That game has no color. You're talking about gray, brown, some highlights of blues sparingly compared to the rest of the game, and deep reds. Deep reds. That was the crazy part about it. I don't know if it was a technical limitation, but they were trying to nail. I don't know if you guys remember. Dude, you probably do. At that point in time, a lot of games were going for that gritty, post-apocalyptic look. And what were the colors used? Exactly what Gears was using. Even like that Dark Sector game that was supposed to come out that never did, that turned into Warframe, that game had that. And, I mean, he's not wrong, Scolio. You play that thing with somebody and you're just kind of shooting the shit. And, stuff like that. It's a pretty fun game. I probably, at this point, have to say that I don't think I have the patience to play through those campaigns because I played them so much. Not professionally speedrunning, but I did play them quite a bit with people that had not played the previous ones. People that I introduced to Gears, online and offline. The game is like anything, man. A game could be garbage, and you're gonna have fun with somebody else. See, right there, that's a fucking travesty. That is a crime. You were a criminal. Let me... You're lucky I don't have my handcuffs on me, dude. That is fucking like 15 to life in prison. Sacrilegious. Blasphemy. Treason. All of them. What's up, Danny? Welcome, welcome. Excuse me. Fucking heresy. And no offense to Doodley, but fucking heresy spelled wrong with a C instead of an S. If Doomslayer ever gets out of TKI in our dreams, I would play him. Yeah, I mean, KI is kind of that game, where you can just about fit anybody, right? Assuming it's done right. Ooh. Ooh. What is this gameplay? Walk up jab. Incredible. What is this? Bro, that must be working a lot for this person. That's crazy. The overheads are intense. Oh, shit. Oh, give me what I was doing? Damn, he wasn't swinging buttons? He knows how to do that. Come here. Wake up grab? Interesting. Is this combo assist? Oh, he's got a mace and a shield. I can do something. Yeah, I mean with the new one. I did see that. Oh. Fighting games don't do some big close range, don't even with this weapon. Doom and Doomslayer play. Yeah. You wanna play? Yeah, we can play. I was waiting for Seahart. His ass went to the store. This man went to the fucking 24-hour Walmart to shop around. That's crazy. What did I? Oh, my chin. There's no way that this person is just like gas breaking, right? Get out of me. Bro, Wilds on PC is actually nice. It's crazy because, like, I don't know what GPU you have, okay? But I've got the, whatever the last version of the NVIDIA card was, right? Bro, that shit's struggling. The previous gen card. Now, I could see if maybe, you know, with some exceptions, not being able to run it at full, like, whatever, 144, 100, whatever frames. And then on top of that, on the Ultra, most games, like, you don't need the most recent card to run proper. Yeah, I think somehow it's put together. Hold on, I'm just grabbing some water. That game truly is probably on the performance side. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's probably built around it that's good. Or sorry, inside in the core, that's good. But whoever they hired to do some of the like more hyper intensive things, they probably outsourced that. And if they didn't, that vision that the guy wanted for like all that extreme amount of like fog, I get it. You want to see your vision, but I think Japanese developers are starting. If it was even developed in Japan, are continuing sort of their style of like, we can make things look amazing without hitting the performance that hard. like the illusion, right, of like things looking better than they really are in the distance or what have you. Generally speaking, like I remember other games and like Japanese games are usually very good about this, with the exception of some. American games are very culpable of having bad performance too. Except for like maybe like Call of Duty. Call of Duty has to run like butter for it to feel good. And I don't even play Call of Duty. I could give two asses about Call of Duty. You know what? It's crazy to me, but Nintendo probably forced them to. You better make Rise run really good on our console. Because Rise, even though it runs at 30 frames, I have to say that game runs buttery smooth. Even on something that tiny and incapable. The scaling, like, over time, like, running on different devices, right? The scaling has gotten so much better nowadays, but somehow we're still at the highest end product that you can purchase seem to be the ones that are kind of losing out. I think at one point I heard somebody mention that it was actually running much better on a PS5 Pro for whatever reason. Resident Evil games, those had performance issues, but I think that was also due to like the de nouveau stuff or whatever. You know what? Arkham Knight also, I think, had really bad issues on PC. And that game looks incredible on anything you play it on, except the Switch. The Switch, goddamn. Like, somebody needed to get sued over that release. Okay, I'm back. The game, Arkham Knight runs extremely poor. On Switch. And this game, if you're talking about KI, I mean, this game, the artwork stands up. You can definitely see some inconsistencies at this point in the textures and stuff like that. But this game is one of those games that nailed the art style to where it's timeless. Kind of like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3. I would say at this point, probably even Street Fighter 4. To be completely honest with you. Even though I don't really like the way that it looks, but that artwork, that art style definitely holds up. And this is coming from a person that, like, we could sit and talk here about video games, but at the end of the day, I love the process of these things. Nice. Thunder shoulders are all blocky, too sharp and outrounded. Tusk has a damn slide stone. Nice. Media. Nice. Bro, Sylvester, dude, like, you know what's crazy? That some people don't even know who that guy is. It's insane to me. You ask him, hey, do you know who Van Damme is? You know what? I don't even give a shit about this guy, but Steven Seagal. Steven fucking Seagal. He hasn't made it big enough of a meme in order for people to know who that guy is. That's crazy. Insane. Dude, no, not everybody loves Jean-Claude Van Damme. I bet, and this is blasphemous as well, that there are people that play NK11 Rambo in it, and I think, you know what, when was the last Rambo movie? That last Rambo movie was like, what, 2016? Somewhere around there? 2017? Maybe 2015? I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I had no idea that it was a book, in fact. That's crazy. Oh, the grab. Good shit. I don't know. You know what the other thing is too? Like, I want to say that MK probably has less players than KI does. Like, blow for blow. I don't know how many people stay playing the old school, like, Mortal Kombat's like that. It feels like this game has brought in more new players than, like, even MK. Like, MK gets their surgence of players, and it's, like, the hotness, right, for, like, 2 months, maybe. And then, boom. Out like a light. Like, I get it, we don't have, like, viewers like that for KI. But that being said... Oh! Nice. Ooh. Oh. You know what happened? It didn't combo, and I tried to hit. Good stuff.
Awesome victory.
Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Nice. Staggered buttons.
Monster combo. Ready. Fight. Walk out.
Nice. I gotta open this bottle of mineral water real quick.
Awesome victory!
Ooh. That explosion just fell right onto my controller. We're gonna see if this thing keeps working. I popped this thing open, full of gas. I don't know if you guys heard that pop. Hold on. That was incredibly loud. Hold on. That just went all over the controller. Yeah, you heard that? I'm saying. Hold on. Okay, so I didn't get anywhere near the port, but I'm trying to check out any liquid. I flipped it around as soon as I felt it go crazy. I think controllers are more robust than this, but... Let's see. And unfortunately, I have to have this thing plugged in. Yeah, I don't see any liquid on the... Okay, alright Microsoft, I see you. Oh, dude. Yeah, go for it. Ripter. Keyboards is the worst. Hands down. Full-size keyboards. This isn't soda. This is literally just club soda. I don't know what you call it. Mineral water has carbonation to it.
Fight on!
Yeah, it's fine. 10 minutes, gotcha.
Ready! Fight!
Nice. Damn, we were both, Scolio, we were both serving it up and on a fucking silver platter, my boy. Everybody was trying to give that shit away. That shit was clearance. Must go now. Holy shit. Let's go.
Lockout! Blaster combo! Blaster combo! Ready? Fight! Hyper combo! Lockout! Triple combo! Combo breaker! Lockout! Beastly combo! Ready? Fight! Triple! Combo breaker! Lockout!
Nice.
Monster combo! Combo breaker!
That was a really good attempt. I was not gonna try to block that. I caught onto it like last second.
Awesome victory! Ready? Fight! Solid combo! Lockout! Brutal combo! Brutal combo! Hyper!
What? Am I not blocking?
Brutal combo!
Hold on. I can't pop instinct? No way. Oh, hold on. Okay, now it's working. Let's go.
Hyper combo! Triple! Lockout!
Nice.
Awesome! Master! Solid! Shadow counter!
Nice.
Lockout! Beastly combo! Brutal! Triple! Ready! Fight! Solid! Lockout! Counterbreaker! Insane combo! Lockout!
What? Oh my god, what happened there? Oh my god, my button whip? Did you see that? My button actually whiffed. Cheating, Sculio. Cheating. That was super odd. Nice. Ooh. Oh yeah. Nice. A lot of weird stuff happening in that game, but still, that was a nice W. Very nice. That shit was well earned. Even though, like, so one of the things that you can spot usually, like, being able to see, it was sloppy, but it worked exactly because it was sloppy. I like when that shit happens. Nice. I'm dead. Grab. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Squares.
Awesome victory.
I don't know about that. I happen to like some fucking losers. But you know, to each their own. For sure.
Fight. Combo breaker. Brutal combo. Lockout. Hyper combo. Combo breaker. Triple. Hyper. Shadow counter. Triple. Hyper combo. Ready. Fight. Combo breaker. Extreme. Ready. Fight. Awesome combo. Lockout. Insane combo. Combo breaker. Lockout. Ultra combo.
Why is my meter so high? Because I willed that shit into existence. I want to see the bottom of the map, to be completely honest with you. GG Scolia. Fun games. GG Scolia, appreciate the games. Was fun. Man, Seaheart never came through. That man's is lost in the sauce. Are we gonna play? This is what? 2 hours? 2 hours. Waiting for Seaheart. S of 6. I mean, you know as the saying goes. You know, diversify your portfolio, man. That's what makes you, you know, kind of going back and forth. Like, between games, it'll teach you some new things. And, just like shooters, it'll allow you to bring it over into potentially your favorite game. And vice versa, you can take that shit back. The guy's trapped in Walmart for sure. Indeed. Indeed. I'm fucking dead. You know what, man? Scolio. Cammy is top tier, as I'm sure you're aware. Ed, I'm not quite sure where he sits on the tier list. I know in 5 he was kind of okay. And Rashid is pretty good too. But I don't like any of those characters. I just happen to not like any of them. The most that I can say that I like is, well, you guys know that I use a character that puts his hands on him on this game. I like the big bodies. I like working for my SPDs, for my command grabs. I will say, out of all those characters, probably Cammy and Rashid. I don't know if she got tuned down a little bit, but Cammy and Rashid are probably where it's at. I haven't played SF6 in a while, but I've been keeping up somewhat with the patch notes and stuff.
Fight on.
I did give Geef a shot just to somehow understand it. And what did you ascertain? With knowledge.
Night the moment.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a process of building. People are going to use different characters, especially if it depends on the skill level. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, when I was playing Street Fighter, I hadn't played Street Fighter since 4, and at 4 I wasn't very good. I don't know what any of that was. I think the way I play Riptor, the back and forth. Yeah, I don't know if you touched 4, but at one point I wanted a character like El Fuerte from Street Fighter 4. Apparently Riptor's the closest that you can get to that. So it's funny that you mentioned that. I read the Infilament guide. I know to a Fuerte comparison. I will install. I support just to see for funsies. I think you're gonna fall in love with the game. I think you're gonna play El Fuerte, and you're gonna be like, "What? This game is so goddamn fun." I shit you not. It feels a little weird, but keep in mind that this game was built upon sort of the bones of KI, or sorry, Street Fighter 4. Very nice. You know what just reminded me too? I have that on my Xbox. Am I dead? Yeah, I'm dead. Um, I think I got the arcade edition at one point on sale. Street Fighter V wasn't even out yet, and I think they were selling it, I think, for like maybe like $12 for arcade edition, or whatever the last Super Street Fighter, whatever the last one was. Yeah, I mean, that was for a lot of people. A lot of people started off with this. This game really brought in a lot of, even like, if people didn't stick with it, this game is probably one of the ones that has brought the most people into the fray, the fighting game. Grab, huh? Interesting. Anyway, time for me to get some sleep. I'll talk to you soon. Take it easy, Scolio. Have a good day, man.
Supreme victory!
Alright, let me see.
Fight on!
I'm not sleepy at all now. Why? Okay. I miss you too.
Quad combo. Ready. Fight. Triple.
Nice. Ooh, that was ass. What'd you say? I mean, sometimes you gotta throw people that light jab, you know? People want to get out of situations. They want to... They're always on the... You know, they're trying to investigate. How am I gonna get out of this, bro? Get me out of here. This corner fucking sucks. They want to jump, squirmy. Medium sweet. What is that? What is that? What? Oh yeah. Oh man, I blocked it and I died. Like a boss. The fucking jumps, that's so crazy. You cannot teach this person to play different. No offense, but... It worked until it didn't work. It worked until it didn't work. It worked until I... Yeah, winner. Huh? It does. Look at Seahard. Look at this guy coming in. See, if you can hear me, I'm only playing for like 20 more minutes, bro. So we're gonna have to put this through for tomorrow. Man, what was at the store? See? Did you catch some shit on sale? What happened? He's trying to show me what he got from the store.
Quad combo. Shadow counter. Extreme combo. Combo breaker. Solid combo. Combo breaker. Hyper. Master combo. Ready. Fight. Hyper combo. Beastly combo. Watch out, mate! Combo breaker. Watch out, lockout. Insane combo. Ready. Fight. Ultra combo.
He's what? Working.
Awesome victory.
Damn. Looks like, you know what? Too soon. I'm not gonna even say that.
Ready. Fight. Triple. Lockout. Lockout. Brutal combo. Lockout. Hyper combo.
Hmm?
Combo breaker. Lockout.
Oh. Right?
Fight. Blaster combo. Lockout. Triple. Combo breaker. Solid. Fight. Lockout. 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 Triple. Monster. Triple. Triple. Hyper combo. Shadow counter.
Whew.
Ultra combo.
Ooh.
Awesome victory.
I don't think. I mean, in the moment, he's probably afraid of like DP, and also afraid of the overhead. It's in the moment, it kind of gets hard to see. Or I couldn't even do like an overhead. I could do like standing hard punch. Yeah, right? Fuck, fucking finally. Beads? Yeah, kind of like those bracelet beads. Yeah, I like the tiny ones. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think it's mostly for children, but I guess given the right circumstances, somebody might be able to rock those if they look right on them. And like, you can tell. But it's also like people that like spike up their hair. I don't even know if people do that anymore. But like some people just do not look good with their hair spiked up. It looks absolutely ridiculous. What? No. Me spiking up my hair? It sounds incredibly lame.
Fight on.
No. No spikes. Pff. The man bun's fine, but even that shit, I'll grow out of that. No, I don't like the strands.
Fight. Lock out. Monster combo lockout. Triple. Lockout. Combo breaker. Hyper combo. Combo breaker. Hey! Combo breaker. Combo breaker.
Nice. Oh, I heard him die too. That's crazy. Yeah.
Lockout. Combo breaker. Combo breaker. Combo breaker. Lockout.
Don't do that to me. What the hell? Tim just got it. He popped his instinct just to me gently caress his biceps and then bring him in. Bring him into the fold. Fold him. No, you stop. Here, I'll give you one. Ooh. Oh yeah, I wanted that. And I saw the first one hit. That. Unfortunate. A little bit. Dragon Ball G. Is he matching grab? That's crazy. What? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Got time for one more. I promised. I promised 20 minutes. Got about 4 minutes left. Wait, what'd you say? No, I didn't. It was like 3:20, 27. Something around there. I didn't. What? You're gonna beat me up, huh? Hmm. True. Very true. Very true. Got better at what? I mean, that's good. I know. We have to figure that out. Brainstorm.
Fight on.
No, the first player, the second player can pick the music too. It's oh yeah, yeah.
Fight them. Counterbreaker! Combo breaker! Triple! Lockout! Brutal combo! Lockout! Beastly combo! Brutal combo! Extreme! Ready! Fight! Extreme!
It crossed up my input. Interesting.
Ready! Fight! Triple! Combo breaker! Combo breaker! Triple! Lockout! Lockout! Hyper! Lockout! Lockout! Winner!
Sip of water. Yeah, it looks hot in here. That is some. Yeah, drink the lava. That'll cool you down.
Fight! Lockout!
Cool boy.
Lockout! Monster combo! Lockout! Lockout! Triple! Triple!
Wow.
Lockout!
I don't know.
Combo!
I keep hearing the rollback.
Fight! Combo breaker! Combo breaker! Combo breaker!
You have to literally make up ways to have fun. Well, everybody, it was fun. GG's to everybody. I'm gonna call it here. I'm tired, and I'm hungry, and it's time to hang out with the lady for a little bit. Appreciate you guys coming through. Shout outs to all of you guys. DBI, Jaren, Mash. Thanks for coming to hang out. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.